This video will also get a lot of hate. Now that D&D is becoming extremely popular, it's expected that people are going to start nitpicking over the tiniest details and creating like their own subgroups within the community. Like, I've never heard this before in my life, but people are arguing whether or not nat 20s and nat 1s should be automatic successes or fails. That clerics shouldn't have to be healers. Or even the whole thing with Matt Mercer and Critical Role. Like, if you like him, watch him. If you don't like him, don't watch him. Look, you are one player out of millions. So if there's a certain way you were taught to play, understand that maybe some people don't want to play that way. I'd venture to say that if it's an issue, it should be brought to your D&D group, which should be about like 4 to 7 people. And you could all vote, or it could just be your dungeon master's decision. But for you to say that the way I'm playing the game is totally wrong when we're over here having a great old time, no, we're having a great time, and that's what's making the game work, and we're playing it correctly then. This game is totally interpretive based on how you want to play it, because even if there's a whole community out there saying that your idea sucks, you get to go into the privacy of your own garage or home or comic book store and do it anyway. That's like the greatest thing about D&D. Your group can do it however you darn well please. I am definitively saying right now there is no definite answer on what you need to do during a natural 20. It's up to you, and you should not be condemned no matter which option you choose. For clerics, look, I think
personally
that because a cleric has access to healing spells, and because enemies will deal damage to us unless we have a druid or bard in the party, that cleric should take some healing spells because it's smart. Not because they have to, but because I want to live. But you don't have to listen to me. You can play a DPS cleric. I recommend somebody in your party has some healing spells, but it's your game, it's your group. And as far as Matt Mercer goes, this is kind of a new territory for us. This is completely like our first D&D celebrity, I feel like, besides maybe Vin Diesel. Look, he's playing the game the way he wants to play it. I think he's doing a very good job. And there are dozens of other people who deserve equal credit and equal admiration because they also play the game very well, maybe differently though. When I say playing the game well, I just mean they're having fun. Like, make me an argument saying that there's more to the game than enjoying yourself. It's a game, so the point is to enjoy yourself. And I've already stated in previous videos that it's not a competitive game. You can't win D&D. Like, you can beat the adventure, but in my opinion, if you all die, but it's an awesome adventure and you had fun, success. Now for some people, not dying is what makes it fun. I'd like to play a really hard adventure where we're all just like deadly serious about beating this dungeon. That's fun too. Point is, if you're having fun in whatever way you do it, then you're doing it right. We gotta take a step back and remember this is a game. Very few of us get to make money off of doing Dungeons and Dragons. It's pretty much a hobby for pretty much everyone, and it's becoming really big and popular, so there's lots of opinions coming out, a lot of strong opinions, and they're being posted quite openly. I think that's a good thing, but I think overall we are getting a lot of closed-minded people calling out others' ideas as ridiculous. When you see something you disagree with, don't use it. When you see something you agree with, use it. Like it, encourage it, but you're not right. There's no one way to play this game. That's the toxic attitude I think people are really getting in their heads, and it's obnoxious. If any of you know Calvin and Hobbes, they play a game called Calvin Ball sometimes. And it's basically a game where not only are there no rules, but one of the rules is you can't play the game the same way twice. And they just make up all these ridiculous rules, but they're having the most fun doing that. And there's like a whole section where Calvin tries organized baseball and hates it and gets mocked and yelled at for just trying his best. You know, I felt like that before. I felt like that where I tried to go into a group and like not invited back because of the way I like to play. And I do feel like there's that elitism sometimes where you think your way is superior and people below you who play it differently than you aren't worth your time. That's stupid. Let's all treat each other with respect. That's all I really got. If you disagree, I would legitimately like to hear your argument in the comments. Are you playing D&D right if you're having fun? Or should you play by a certain set of rules? And are some people's rules better than others?